Okay, good morning, TK.
Welcome back. Thanks for having me, Daryl. Really appreciate it. I got all these Discord invitations from you, so I know that you're ready to go. It does say we had a conversation this morning very early, so I know you're an early riser.
I was up bright and early making sure that everything was working and that I had read the material that we were going to potentially discuss today.
Perfect.
I thought I'd get everything ready. It's a big day. It was a big week in Toronto real estate today.
Yeah, I mean, definitely there's always
like big week.
Yeah, there's changes obviously that are happening pretty quickly. I think what we're looking at over the next, another month or two, probably or more, is daily updates. I mean, something comes up every single day, and if you're not on top of it, it's like, what can you really do? I mean, what can you say? I mean, if someone's got information that they know because they read today's headlines and you didn't, they got more power over you. Knowledge is power. So it's important to stay on top of it. And the government is throwing all sorts of stuff at this COVID-19 financial crisis as well as the health crisis. And, we don't know what they're going to do next. So
I'm when I look at all this material, I see multiple stories going on here. Like there's a lot of good shit going on in Toronto right now, and there's a lot of pretty devastating stuff going on in Toronto right now. And you can see the articles are going both ways. It's like right now we look at the screen. Toronto real estate market is suddenly on fire again. Right?
It's crazy. You know what? There's so many different market segments that are performing at a different rate right now. It's just like you need to be an expert right now in whatever it is that you're doing to really get the big picture, because builders aren't buying right now who want to be developing. I mean, the permit offices are closed. They're skeptical. They learned their lesson back in 2017, so they don't want to do these little infill lots and stuff like that. They're all holding off. Condos are starting to have a huge increase in inventory right now. We're seeing 20% increase in inventory every 2 weeks. It was pretty drastic from the June 15th.
That's new condo or
no, just condo resale. Some of them could be brand new, but they're just coming onto the market. So the inventory. So I think the numbers I looked at was on June 10th, and so it was 10 days. And the number of active listings had risen, quite a fair bit. It was close to 20%. So we're seeing obviously some AirbNb inventory coming to the market. We're seeing newly closed condos. There's a couple of them. You got people who are just trying to get out of the city because they're tired of living in a condo. So that's one segment. In the high-end luxury market right now, it's booming. Quiet last year. Nothing was happening in all the areas, whatever the luxury price point is in different parts of Toronto and housing. Yeah, nothing was moving. Condos were doing all right, luxury last year, but the housing market was really, really quiet. And it is on fire right now because people want bigger houses. They want pools. They want out of the condos. A lot of people in those price ranges haven't been affected by the economic crisis. They're a little bit harder to hit. So great, you've got Oakville prices up there nearly 10%. I'm not an Oakville expert, but sure,
Oakville's expensive
a lot of luxury,
houses, right?
Yeah, a lot of luxury properties. Yeah, and that's definitely what I'm seeing too. I'm seeing that too through the center core of Toronto, all the way up to North York, and even in some of the other areas east and west in Toronto. So, I mean,
but
what does that mean?
But extra inventory coming on the market right now is being met with enough demand for that inventory, right? It's not throwing off any balance.
Absolutely. And I think what it is that's keeping it that way is people still don't want people in their house. It's easy for me as a buyer to say, I'm going to go into someone's house, I'm going to wear a mask, I'm going to wear my gloves, I'm not going to touch anything, and I feel safe, right? We've kind of got a little bit more comfortable with that. But all the sellers that I'm talking to right now are all very nervous. People are going to be coming into my house. Are they going to touch anything? Are they sick? Are they going to wear masks? There's a lot of fear.
Yeah, so look at the article.
4 in 10 Ontarians would consider buying a home virtually. Yeah, consider. That's good. Yeah.
Consider.
I'd consider, flying a plane over the Atlantic. I might not do it, but I'd consider it, right? So,
But then in the same breath, in-person home tours in Toronto up 95% in May compared to April. But that could be like 95 home tours.
no, no, no. Actually, we're back to pre-COVID numbers according to our showing database. It's called Broker Bay, and they've got a lot of different agents. I can't remember how many it is, but it's tens of thousands of agents that are in this system. So they're able to track everybody's listings to see the showings, and showings in many areas are back to pre-COVID-19 numbers. Showings. That's good. That's good.
We saw sales and inventory come down in tandem, right? Now we're seeing, I guess, inventory and sales still working in tandem, just at a different rate, right?
Yep, that's what I'm seeing. So we're having a slight increase in inventory, but it is minimal, and we're starting to see an increase in sales. It'll be interesting to see what the Toronto Real Estate Board does. What they've been doing lately is they've been really, they've been acting quicker to release their market watch. They've been coming up with a few different type of outlooks and a few different stats. They had that mid-March release of the numbers. They had a mid-April, so we'll see what happens. Maybe they're going to do
did the mid-March one to show how affected the market was only by this, that it wasn't a fundamental market issue, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, maybe we're going to get
agents. No, it'll be booming in June. It'll be booming.
That's what we're seeing right now.
And everything's going to focus on that boom. And it's it's so segmented, right? It's so compartmentalized now. Like retail's getting fucking hammered. But warehousing is like booming. Like logistics and warehousing is booming. Housing, people will buy if there's inventory to buy, right?
Yeah.
If
people need a place to live. This is it. You need a place to live. You need a home. You need a roof. And either you're paying your own mortgage or you're paying somebody else's. That's never going to change.
No,
it's never going to change. And we have the fastest growing city in all of North America, right? So when we've got that much, new immigration population, the net immigration from people coming into the city from other parts of the world, and obviously people leaving the city and things changing. The people who are coming here need a place to live.
So we're both talking about the article that's up right now. There was actually two of them. Toronto is now the fastest growing city in North America. Fastest growing city in metro area in the US and Canada. And this is a very opportune time for this article to come out. The only issue I have with this article, and this is wonderful news for us living in Toronto, but it's based on 2019 statistics. And right now, this is a very different planet. So, it's a weird time to come out with an article saying that we're the fastest growing city in North America, but, the whole world's got its brakes on right now, and everything's upside down and fucked up. But the Toronto real estate market is suddenly on fire again, and we are, seeing an uptick in prices, and we are the fastest growing city in North America.
So let's analyze that. Who did the study? Ryerson.
Well, sure, but it's all backed by urban research and land development, right?
Of course. But Ryerson did the study. What is Ryerson up to? Do you think Ryerson's got any interest in people having confidence in their downtown sites as well as any future development that they're doing on their sites? Of course.
They're one of the biggest developers in the city.
Of course. So they've got their own agenda to be able to release this. That doesn't change the fact that it's true. Like let's look at it that way. But
no, it's fine that it's true.
Things do take time, and people are obviously going to have their own perspective on it. And hey, I've known this for a long time that we are one of the fastest growing places in North America. I didn't need an article to tell me.
But let's not forget that every single person that's writing these articles, or every company that's putting these articles out, also has a vested interest in this machine continuing along.
Of course, right? Of course. This is why the media works, because
but it's fantastic, because this is great news for us that they're starting to put this kind of a positive spin on things, because this is what happens. I mean, when fundamentals are fine, all people are doing are following the news. Look at the stock market. It's
crazy.
What's going on with this thing?
I know.
But that's what the housing market's going to start to do. And it's not going to be a real estate market. It's going to be a low-rise residential market, a high-rise residential market, an office market, a retail market, a logistics market. Like, it's going to be all segmented because there's so many world factors pulling at this, like, worldwide city. Like, we're an international financial hub city, right? You got all these factors pulling at us that, like, keep us in this wonderful bubble, I think, that we get to stay in for at least real estate and economy. Like, okay, so Canada's prices are going to go down 18%. Toronto's are going to go up 7%.